Welcome everyone. So let's get started with our class. To begin, I would like you to open up your App Store. Go down to the bottom and open up the App Store. Once you are in the App Store, look for Apps for Developer. There's a link right here on the right side. And right away you should see Xcode. Because I already have Xcode, I don't have to download it again. But if you do not, what you want to do is get Xcode. Once you have it, you can open up your Spotlight and search for Xcode. And it should display right there. You may even want to add it to your dock down at the bottom, as I have done here. Let's launch Xcode. First thing we'll do is create a new Xcode project. So click that. For our purpose, we'll be making a single view application. Click Next. Let's give it a name. We're going to call this one Hello San Ramon. For the language, we are going to use Swift. Back in the old days, we used Objective-C, but now we're using Swift. And down here, don't check any of these boxes. Okay, just leave that blank. Next. Here it's asking me where should it place my work file. So I can just put it in a special folder called cis120. That's fine. And then I just click Create. Okay, so let's see what's going on here. You will notice that on the left side is the navigator. You will use this navigator to traverse through all of the files in your project. Most of the time you will be using main.storyboard and viewcontroller.swift. Okay, and this is a folder in which you will store your pictures. So later on, we'll have another assignment in which we'll deal with graphics, and those graphic elements will be stored in the assets folder. In the middle is the editor. Most of your work will be done here, and this place will change depending on what you click on the left side. So if I click on my main storyboard, you will notice that this will change. So once I clicked on the storyboard, I get my view controller, which came about because I selected the single view application when I created this new project. Over here is the document outline. This is where you will see all the different graphical elements that exist in your editor over here. On the right side is the utilities. This will be changed based on what you clicked in here. So if I click something in here, then this will also change. A lot of times we'll be working with the file inspector and also the attribute inspector. And if you ever want to hide the utility side, you can just click on this button right here to hide it. Click on it again to show. If you want to hide your navigator, you can just click on that, click on it again, and that will hide the navigator. If you want to hide the document outline, you just click down here, and that will hide the document outline. Click on it again, and it will show it. Alright, so let's create our first simple app. So this app is really simple. All it has is a button, and when you click on it, it will display a message like Hello San Ramon. If you take a look over here, you have this thing here. This is the object library. I'm just going to scroll down, and then as you can see, when you scroll down, you can see all the different things that you can use. And I'm going to pick this button, okay? And I can click on it, and I just drag it to the screen. Just let go. And now I have a button. If I click on it and double click on it, I can type something like click me. Okay. And if you click on it again, let's go to the attribute inspector. Here we can change the font. Right now it's system font. You can choose your font family by clicking on custom and then choose whatever font that you like. Okay, I'll just choose Optima font and then just stretch this a little bit out. And how about the background color of this button? You can also change that as well. Just scroll down a little bit. And here's the background color. Okay. And let's change the font color. All right. You can have a lot of fun just changing the font color and background color and so forth. So now let's go to our viewcontroller.swift file. So the first line, import UI kit, what this will do is make available all of the Apple iOS classes to this project, to this file. Okay? And in fact, it's really useful because the next method that we are going to type in to show the pop-up is going to be from that UI kit library. Okay, so let's add our first set of codes. This set of codes is really important because this will be an action code. This code will link up with our button. So that's why it's going to be an action. Okay, what kind of action? It's called an interface builder action, @IB action. And notice that as I type it up, it will show me. And this is what I want. I can just double click on it and that will fill in the rest for you. Okay, and this is a special kind of method. Okay, as noted by the keyword func, F-U-N-C. And I'm going to call this method say hello. Okay, and a method will have this open and closing parenthesis. And then you will also have some curly brace here, which I will, when I press enter, it will add the closing brace. So what are we going to do in this say hello method? Well, we are going to use a class called UI alert controller. So let's do let alert controller is equal to UI alert controller. So I want to use the UI alert controller, so I'm just going to double click on it. Okay. So what are we doing? We are going to create an object of UI controller class, and it will be stored in this variable called alert controller. Okay. So right now things don't seem to make sense, and it's okay. Don't worry about it. Just follow my codes and everything will be okay. Things will be clearer as we progress in this class. But for now, we'll just take it a little bit at a time. And now when I press this parenthesis, it's going to ask me, well, what parameters do I want to include in my UI alert controller? And I'm going to choose this one right here, the last one, because I want one in which I'm going to have a title, I'm going to have a message, I'm going to have some kind of style. So I click on that and just double click it. Okay. So now all we have to do is fill in these elements in here. So what is the title for my alert? It's going to be welcome to, so I'm just going to press quote, welcome to San Ramon. Okay, and I press tab and it'll take me to the next one. So the title is welcome to San Ramon, and the message, maybe I can do hello San Ramon. Okay, so for my UI alert controller style, it's just gonna be .alert. Okay, and let's go down to the next line. you're gonna get some kind of this warning here. For now, if you click on it, it'll say that this alert controller has never been used. Well, that's fine because yeah, we haven't used it yet. So I'm just gonna ignore it. I will use it right now. So now that I have my alert controller, and here we're going to add an action. Okay, so we're going to do add action right there. Double click on it. And what kind of action will I add to this? This is going to be an alert action with style. So for this action, I'm going to use a UI alert action. Okay, UI alert action. Double click on it. And in this action, we will need to provide a title, a style, and some kind of handler. So let's double click on that. So the style for this is just going to be default. Right. And for the handler, I don't have a handler for this. So I'm just going to type in nil, which is nothing. Okay. And let's close off this parenthesis here. So just to recap, we have an alert controller. When we click on it, it will display a message that says, "Hello, San Ramon." The title of that message will be "Welcome to San Ramon." And then there is a button that will appear and it will be OK. So you click on OK and it will take you back to your screen. So the next step that we have to do is to present this alert. Okay, so hence you're going to have to use something called present. And here we go. This is what we're using, present. Double click it. What are we presenting? We are presenting the alert controller. And do we want animation? Is it animated? And this is a Boolean. Is it true or false? I'm just going to type in true. Sure, why not? And when it's done, are we going to execute anything else? Any special function or method? Nope. Nil. Nothing. Alright, so we are done with our codes. You will notice that there's this circle right here. This circle means that this say hello method is an interface builder action. And we're going to see how we're going to use that. Let's go back to our main storyboard and click on this button and hold down the control button on your keyboard. While you're holding down control, drag it up to your view controller right here and let go. And you will notice that you can connect this button to say hello, okay? Because say hello is an interface builder action. So I click on it. So now this button is linked or tied to that say hello method that we just typed in. So if I click on this and then I click on this button on the right side, you can see that touch up refers to say hello. So when I click on this and let go, it will connect me to the say hello method. So let's run it and see if this thing works. So I click on this play button over here. And if you go down to the bottom, you will notice that there is this thing called the simulator down at bottom. So click on it to reveal it. Okay, so now you see your button here. And if your screen is too small or too big, you can always go to Window and Scale, and you can change your scaling, okay, to 30 or 50% or whatever that works for you. Okay, so let's go back here and click Me. So as you can see, we have Welcome to San Ramon, Hello San Ramon, and the OK button. If I click OK, it takes me back here. Click again, and it works. Does that make sense now? So basically what we have is the alert UI alert controller, and it needs 3 parameters: the title, a message, and a particular style. And then the controller also needs some kind of action. Here we are using an action that requires 3 parameters: a title, a style, and a handler. Then to make this action work, we have to display it. So we use this thing called present. We present the alert controller, and that also requires 3 parameters. What is the name of the controller, whether it's going to be animated or not, and any kind of special handling at the end. Nil means nothing. Okay, so how do we know all of this stuff? Well, part of learning iOS is to learn the software development kit, is to learn all the myriad classes that are available to us. And this is a class. UI Alert Controller is a class that we just learned. How can we learn more about this UI Alert Controller? If you hold down the Option key, and you see how you get this question mark, and if you click on it gently, it will tell you the documentation for this. How about action? So hold down the Option key, and this tells you more about the action. Okay, so don't give up, just try your best, and you'll learn more as we progress with this class. So for now, just follow along, watch my video and see what I'm doing. And also when you type in, be careful not to make any mistakes. A lot of times the codes will not work unless we type everything properly, including uppercase and lowercase. So good luck, and let me know if I can help you.